Alright, so got a few questions to answer here. Nick Morgs, BMX asked, what are some good warm-up exercises to do before having a good shred? I always warm up now because I'm getting old, and I just think some good ones to do are some star jumps and some push-ups. Knock out a quick 50, maybe a few claps in between. Nah, just some star jumps and I don't know, a couple of push-ups, things like that. But it is important to get warmed up. I recently tore the tendons in both my forearms, doing bloody sprints early one morning, and I wasn't warmed up, and so you must warm up. Next one, old J Mac BMX, and Johnny McKellar. When will wrist throw a double? It's a bloody good question there. When will you throw a double wrist? Oh, I don't know. Too busy knocking up sets to spin them out, but yeah, I better get on with it soon. Good question, Johnny. I'll let you know. When it dries up, we get a session in. All right, Peter Stokes sends through a lot of emails and questions, but he's got a new one today. He said, there is a rumor that you're closing. Is that true? Yes, Peter, it is true. We close every day at 6 o'clock. It's 4:45 now, so you've got an hour and 15 to get in here if you want. But yes, it is true. We are closing each day. We open again at 11 the next day. So good on you, Peter. Mikey Ross has got a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Do you think that BMX contests need to step up the gnarly level of the course to that of which you see at the mountain bike slopestyle courses, where the difficulty of the course on its own would be a highlight? Do you think this would show the true skill of a rider? And do you think these types of events and of courses are part of why events such as these do so well? Yeah, I think those events look badass, plain and simple. I reckon if you could just get down the line, you'd be pretty happy, or I know I would be. Yeah, it'd be rad if BMX comps went like that, you know. I think the biggest trouble is that there's limited funds in BMX for sponsorship. You know, mountain bikes got their act together where they've got like probably car sponsors and all sorts of big type of sponsors. So, but yeah, definitely be rad, and I definitely think it would showcase dude's skill more. You'd have to definitely be able to ride, get down that thing, and then do tricks as well. So I think BMX trucks could be gnarly, a full stop as well. Quit the pedaling down the starting hill and just go straight into jumps. So, good question, Mikey. Old Sea Salt, or Young Sea Salt, has asked, do many people from overseas buy from Backbone? And the answer to that is yes. But all the stuff that we sell overseas to overseas customers is always Backbone stuff, like, you know, hats and hoodies and shirts and things like that. The majority of it anyway. We've sold like a few limited edition Odyssey bits and things like that, but it's mainly Backbone clothing. But yeah, we sell a lot of it to customers from overseas, all over the world. Blows us away. Finn.Dunn asks, what's a better website, the Come Up or Ride BMX? Well, I've never looked at the Come Up website on the internet. I suppose it'd be the only place you'd look at it anyway. But I have read Ride BMX magazine, and I actually keep an issue next to my bed. It's like from 1997 or something, Taj on the cover at Posh. So I'm going to go with Ride BMX purely because I've seen the magazine, read the magazines, and they used to be, well, they are really good. Old Spin Your Grams over in WA, old Spono, has asked a few questions, and in response to one of his questions, I don't smoke cigarettes. Rain Turnbull has asked, how do you know if you've got memory loss?
See you, dudes. Have a good one.
What was the question again? I forgot. I had the answer, but I forgot. I'll get back to you, Rain, because I know the answer. Jax Anderson asks, said, ACJAM was huge this year. Do you boys reckon you can top it again next year? Yeah, you're right. It was definitely a big event. We don't really have any control over the size of it, so every year it seems to snowball. We're definitely hoping that it'll be bigger and better next year, but it'd be really helpful if we had more dudes to help us organise it. Also, Jack Anderson's asked, what do you think us riders can do to get more young people to pick up a bike to ensure BMX continues to grow and not struggle, in brackets, if it is, as an industry? It's a good question too. I think like the dudes just need to keep picking up their bike and keep riding and building jumps and building ramps and calling your mates and having jams and just having a good time. Like the positive energy that BMX brings will just flow off onto people and other riders around you, and they'll want to keep riding or get into it as well. So Mattis Ondrej asked, is Chris Hardy currently working on some video project, or is he at least preparing something for us? I don't think Chris is filming anything at the moment, but I know he's preparing something for him, and that's some rocket launching sets out at the Rain Turnbull farmyard, so something probably will come out of that. Castro Valvo had a couple of questions, and I'm going to answer one of them, and that was why does the trail scene have such a big influence on the Backbone shop? And that's just basically because I'm the owner of Backbone BMX. My favourite thing to do in BMX is to ride trails, and so that's what influences. That's the influence behind Backbone. Can you remind people that the trails still exist in the wintertime? I don't know if I can fucking tell you that. So Rob Bennett, trail slayer / builder from Adelaide, has asked, can you remind people that the trails still exist in wintertime? Well, for anyone in the Adelaide area, trails do still exist in the wintertime, so get down there and give Rob a hand. If you live here in Canberra, I've actually got to wonder if trails do still exist, because the weather here is absolutely shocking, and I'm starting to wonder if they do exist myself. They do exist, but they're wet. Thanks, Rob. What's that dude on Triple J?
Dr. Carl.
Dr. Carl. Okay, that's... Okay, well, that wraps it up for today. If you've got any more questions, you can hit us up next week, or if they're not BMX related, tomorrow being Thursday, you can hit up Dr. Carl on Triple J.